Thank you for tuning into our podcast. We are coming to you from Chicopee, Massachusetts, and I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me is Holyoke's very own local historian and creator of the historical tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Cohn. He offers both public and private tours, as well as presentations of the local canal systems, reservoirs, cemeteries, and churches, as well as various parks and streets in Holyoke, South Hadley, and Chicopee, Mass. Now you actually lead these tours and give these presentations yourself, is that correct?
That's right, and they're great fun to do.
So today he'll be educating us on his Titus Pond Conservation Area. So what is the trail system like in the Titus Pond Conservation?
This is a loop trail, so once you go in, you can't get lost. It's just a loop around the pond. It goes a little bit up from the pond. Now this is really a reservoir, and it's dammed up on the Queensville Dam. And once you go in there, you realize how small this area is. But it is a conservation land. Now, like all ponds, it's slowly being filled in. It's a lot smaller than it was a half century ago. And so um, you are looking at here basically a reservoir between residential places. It's bounded by Newton Street, Route 116, and it's between Queen Circle and Camden Street. And you have this little pond area because that dam's there. Now, what are you going to see along the way? Sure, there's lots of trees to see along the way, and you can see some life form. One problem has happened. It's also on the surface is starting to grow biological life that's actually hurting the life forms. So that's the way to be watched out for.
And so what is the major reason this Titus Pond Conservation Land exists?
Okay, they exist because that stream that it's a tributary of a major brook going through town it was dammed up. I probably was dammed up in order to control it from floods in this residential area. It's prone to floods right around there. And so a long time ago, they probably made this dam, maybe 100 years ago or so. And that's why it exists. And then it was filled in with homes around the area. So it's an encased reservoir, very small. But still, it's worth the time to go around to just see how it exists and how these small areas change through the seasons and change from year to year, because you get to see biological ecological succession. You also get to see how the trees have changed. There's a lot of pine trees and there's maple trees, and so it's a fun little walk.
Now, so quickly before we continue with the rest of our interview, just to fill our listeners in, if you want to find out more information or sign up for any of his various tours, you can check out his website at holyokecanaltour.org. In there he has both videos of the various stops along each tour and also past and present photos of the historical sites throughout as well. And if you're interested in setting up a private tour, you can email him directly at bobcat4214 and they are perfect for fun and educational outdoor activities for the whole family or for your group parties, especially those special occasions and get-togethers. They're also good just for getting outdoors for the day. So getting back to our interview, give us some of the formal details about the Titus Pond Conservation Land.
All right, it's 3.7 acres total, and it has one loop trail around it. If you want to go in it, sure, you can park on Route 116, and it's only a 10-minute walk around it, so it's easy walk. You can also park across the street at the 7-Eleven store. I don't think they'll mind if you leave your car there for a few minutes. And again, it's public, but probably won't be safe at dark because the trail gets a little rough in the back part. So go during the day. And it's a fun little place to be.
And what can be done to improve this conservation land?
Okay, maybe again signs explaining what you're seeing along the way. Signs about successions of all ponds and what's happened as it fills in, and signs about the trees and what kind of trees you're looking at. You know, the trees here are pretty stable, so people with a sign could understand what they're looking at much better.
So thank you, Robert, for educating us on your tours, and I want to thank our listeners for tuning in. You can also tune into a large selection of our other podcasts and much more at his website. Again, that's hoyokecanaltour.org. And again, you can email him directly for private tours or to inquire about anything else at bobcat4214, capital B, at yahoo.com. And be sure to keep an eye out for his upcoming 2024 season tours and more as they become available.